And welcome back. This will probably be the last part of this what if. But what if Goku had the same progressed like Frieza, had the same potential as Frieza? So last time on the Dragon Ball Z what if? What if Goku progressed like Frieza? Now we're on part 7, the finale. Maybe. Probably. The question is what happens now? Well, Goku had just fought off against Beerus. A long, arduous battle, going much more in Goku's favor for a good portion of it, but ultimately Beerus still won the fight. If we're ever to compare where Goku stands power-wise to Beerus right now, he's probably somewhere around the 50, maybe 55% of Beerus's full power overall. I take it back. I think I ultimately had him around 40% of Beerus's actual power, which is still, God knows how powerful Goku is. Beerus legitimately had to put actual effort into taking on Goku. And they nearly wrecked the universe. So now we cut over to what was going on in Resurrection F. Well, Goku's training for a while. Ultimately, Whis does invite him to train to learn to use God Ki. His ulterior motive being probably along the lines of, maybe we'll use you to replace Lord Beerus when he finally croaks. Hey, Whis! Oh, never mind, you, Lord Beerus. But obviously that's probably not going to happen. Like in the actual series as well as in this one as well, that's not going to happen. Still Goku looking to train and get actual advice on things like that? Absolutely. Training, learning to harness God Ki. This is a different type of training for Goku, though. This isn't the same, just standard training that he normally does that helps progress his power. This is trying to tap into an extra form of power. And I think, like with Vegeta, because Vegeta learned to do it on his own, he does do it. So when we finally get to the whole Frieza coming to Earth scenario, well, it's not Frieza coming to Earth. Frieza has no actual reason to come to Earth. In fact, G and Raditz probably don't even come to Earth that often either, even though they're honestly in an alliance kind of with Goku and everyone else. By the by, Vegeta at this point probably has maybe hit Super Saiyan 3, even though he sees the downsides as well as the benefits to it. Raditz also is probably Super Saiyan 2 and sees that, just working on Super Saiyan 2. But they, generally speaking, don't bother trying to interact with Earth at all. If anything, the people they'd try to bring back would actually be King Cold, if anything. Ultimately, does not even Resurrection have happened? No, because Vegeta and Raditz are they're in charge of that empire. There'd be people going against Vegeta and Raditz, and they would probably eventually find out about it before it all went down. And even then, King Cold, even they did bring back King Cold in secret, eventually I think Frieza and Raditz would find out about that, and ultimately they would take out King Cold, because King Cold wouldn't have time to train to get Golden King Cold, whatever he'd want to call it, Gold Cold. Cold. I'm cold gold, cold as metal, the lustrous metal I am now made of. No. King Cold would be taken out before then. So basically, there is no Resurrection F. That's the real kick of it. There's no Resurrection F. So Goku really just spent a lot of time training. Now, eventually he would go back and see his family, everything along those lines. But you get the moment where Champa and Vados show up, and they say, "Oh, we want to." Oh, brother, we want. Is this all your plan has to offer? Shut up, brother. And then try the ramen, and then challenge the 17 or 6 fight. Obviously, Goku accepts. Piccolo probably accepts. Gohan, I think, would accept also because he's pretty powerful. Power wise, he's actually probably well beyond where he was in the series at this point, because he's allowed to train, especially as an adult. That's like Chi-Chi, demanding what her grown-ass son with his daughter and wife should do. Just, whoa, man. He goes. See, there's 3 right there. They do try to get Boo, but Boo, and they persuade Boo, because Boo does exist in this version. So, tournament goes down, basically as it normally would. Goku quickly takes out baton. Boo doesn't qualify. Frost cheats. Pardon me. Piccolo shows up Frost. Gohan takes out Frost to get revenge for Piccolo and even for his dad. And then you get Gohan versus Magerta. I think he wins. Gohan versus Kaba. See, now, Gohan versus Kaba is a weird one, because I actually think, when you break it down, Kaba would be stronger than Gohan at this point. Kaba was equal to Vegeta in his base form to base form. They were actually, Vegeta even stated, they were equal. And Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan, they were equal. Vegeta just had more experience with the form. But ultimately, Vegeta still has Super Saiyan 2, and he had his God form. So, yeah, obviously, Vegeta won that fight. Gohan, I think, actually loses that fight. There's not much you can do against that. Which then has Goku into the equation, goes Super just takes him on, and Goku at base can easily take on Kaba at Super Saiyan 10, for God's sake, at this point. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean. In theory, if I were to get Kaba a Super Saiyan 4, Goku could easily trounce Kaba at Super Saiyan 4. That's how strong Goku's become just in base form. So he easily beats out Kaba, but he sees like a promising pupil, so he does show off Super Saiyan 2 to him. There's levels, there's levels even beyond what you've already established. It's like, he's like, can you teach me? If you ever come around to Universe 7 sometimes, sure, maybe I'll even stop by Universe 6. Sweet. Then there's Hit versus Goku. And this is a very interesting thing, because Goku hasn't had a chance to observe Hit yet. So it starts off a little rough for Goku, even as far beyond Hit as he is. But quickly he starts to pick up on it, and he's powerful enough too. Like Jiren was able to even take hits from Hit without really showing like he felt it, but still it hurts. But Goku ultimately, figures it out and then powers up the Super Saiyan, and then immediately is overwhelming Hit. No matter how far Hit progressed with his time skip too in this, Goku is pretty much well beyond his means at this point. Like, well beyond what he's capable of. Goku, just in his normal transformations, power-wise, is around, probably at this point, through some training, 60% of Beerus. Now, this Goku also does not have Kaioken, so we do have to keep that in mind. But being around 60% of Beerus' power means that Hit ultimately can't do anything against Goku. And this is even before he tries out any of his God forms. So, fight goes on a while. Ultimately, though, Goku does win because he doesn't have the taxing of the Kaioken to make him say, nah, if I can't go all out and all that stuff, I'll just give up. So, Goku actually does win that fight, and Universe 7 is the legitimate winner. So then we cut over to the Goku Black arc. Now, this is interesting, because people have wondered, am I going to go kind of how I normally do, where it's kind of a separate timeline? He saw a different Goku and took that Goku's body. Or are we dealing with the Goku from this timeline, and he stole that Goku's body? In which case, there's a problem going to happen. There's a big problem going to happen. So, ultimately, what happens here? Well, Goku and Goku Black square off. And remember, technically, Goku Black had unlimited potential as well, because Saiyans technically have unlimited potential. And he demonstrated that several times, where he kept surpassing his limits, surpassing his potential of what he was already capable of. So these guys duke it out. Now, because Goku Black isn't accustomed to Goku's body at this point, Goku clearly holds the edge even in base form. But Goku Black quickly, is willing to... Basically, it's still that first engagement, then the new engagement. And unfortunately for this, I know some people are going to be disappointed by what I'm going to say. I am going to go with the standard Goku Black. I normally do that because when we go into time shenanigans, it's hard to make an argument for it taking this timeline's Goku when it was a completely different timeline Goku got taken to begin with. So, we don't even know when Zamasu... That's another thing. We don't know when in that timeline Goku got taken, because it's a separate timeline. It's not the same Goku that we get in who fights Goku Black. So, because that Goku, when was after the Tournament of Power in theory. But or what? Here's another thing too. Was that even the same Goku? That's a legitimate point, because that Goku should have been able to use Kaioken. I mean, he had access to a warped version of Kamehameha, a warped version of Super Saiyan God. So he should have had access to Kaioken and Goku's other techniques. We know he had instant transmission. We saw him use that. But we never see him use the Kaioken with that form or anything like that. So that actually makes a sound argument that while they were watching the current timeline Goku on GodTube, the Goku whose body he took wasn't that Goku. Now, again, you can make arguments that it was, and I'm not really going to argue that case. There's a lot of convolutedness that went on with that entire arc. But because of that, I don't usually go with the argument that it's this timeline as Goku's body gets taken. Sometimes I will, but in this case, no, because I'll be flat out honest with you. There's no way they win if Goku Black took that Goku's body. Although, to be fair, that's not entirely true. So, you know what? I was planning to do it the other way, but I'll indulge you guys and say that he did take this Goku's body. So Goku and Goku Black finally square off in the future. Goku just immediately goes to Super Saiyan. He goes to Super Saiyan Rose. They clash. Goku now is completely pushed back because, relatively speaking, his power is comparable to Goku's power at the end of when he got taken. So Goku goes all the way to Super Saiyan 3. They clash again, closing the gap quite a bit, but Goku Black's still holding the advantage. Goku finally goes to Super Saiyan Blue, and here's the kicker on this, is that, yes, he has Goku's body from the tournament, but like this Goku's body. So his potential, for all intent and purposes, is unlimited, even well beyond what it was in the canon. But that potential really is only unlocked if training is done, if you actually try to improve yourself. As far as we know, Goku Black Zamasu just felt, oh, no, I got this body. It's just growing naturally. I will grow. So he was just growing the same rate that Goku normally would grow at, maybe a bit faster. But because he's not training with that body, he doesn't understand what that body's capable of. Therefore, Goku has the extreme advantage there. So Goku's been able to train harder. Once going into Super Saiyan Blue, he clearly now surpasses Goku Black. Zamasu shows up. Goku and him square off. Immortal body scenario. They have to hightail it for a bit. Then basically they teach Trunks the Mafaba. And I think this time they do. Roshi gives them the seal. I think they wait long enough on that to get the seal. So they go back. They seal Zamasu in the little pot, and Roshi seals him away. And Goku and Zamasu, Goku Black, go clash again. Goku having trained a little bit himself in the hyperbolic time chamber, and ultimately he does beat Goku Black. Their fight would be fierce. Goku Black even tears that hole in the universe, but Goku is still ultimately stronger, just because Goku Black never understood the actual reason Goku was getting stronger was he had that much potential and could improve by that many leaps and bounds. So that leads us to the Tournament of Power arc, which this does change up things quite a little bit. So we have Goku, obvious. Gohan, an obvious one, who power-wise probably has a solid Super Saiyan 2 at this point. And he's still beyond power-wise his canon counterpart, not taking Ultimate Gohan into effect. He's probably like a little below Ultimate Gohan, or at least like at a base Ultimate Gohan. Unfortunately, Goten, they'd still agree Goten and Trunks are too young. So they're not participating. 17, 18 Krillin, Piccolo, they're good. So you still got 4 more to go. Roshi, that's a given. I did get that right. It was Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, 17, 18 Krillin, yeah. Roshi, Tien. But then you got your 2 more. Who are they going to be? Because I'm actually blanking on who else it was on there. It was Goku. Oh, Vegeta was there, and Frieza. So in that case, they go all the way out to to talk to Frieza and Raditz, and it's like, look, Frieza, Raditz, we need you to participate in a little tournament for us. And it's like, well, Lord Beerus, it'd be a great honor to fight on your behalf. Oh, good. The honor is all mine. Now, you'll be fighting for the sake of the universe. What? Oh yes, and he explains the Omni King and everything along those lines, and they realize, what? What gives it? Kakarot, what did you do? It's like, oh, well, you see, he's like, damn it, Kakarot! And then, he's like, fine, we'll go fight. So it's Raditz and Vegeta instead of Frieza on the team. Raditz basically supplements the Frieza aspect of this team. Well, the rest of the team is actually pretty much the same, although a lot of them aren't as strong as they are in the canon. Particularly Gohan and Piccolo are not as strong as they are in the canon. And Vegeta too, but Vegeta is still very powerful. So we get to the tournament. Goku again doing some training. At this point, again, I won't put him at full Beerus at this point, although truth be told, he probably would surpass Beerus. we'll say he's equal full power to Beerus. Like, a full power, Goku is now a Beerus level fighter. That's who he is. So, but the question is, the question that we actually never actually had confirmed, because again, all the gods are not created equally. Was Jiren stronger than Beerus? Many people seem to think he is. And the reason for that is he's stronger than Belmont, his god destruction. And we said that that god of destruction for that universe is stronger than Beerus. But the problem is Beerus, the whole reason he said this is because he beat him in arm wrestling, which that's not really that's not an accurate portrayal or a way to say someone's stronger than someone, just an arm wrestling contest. In terms of actual power, was Belmont stronger than Beerus? And we don't know the answer to that. If I were to guess, yes, I would say Jiren probably was supposed to be depicted as stronger than Beerus. He was supposed to be depicted as such. But we won't know ever unless someone actually comes out and says. But for now, we will say that yes, Jiren was stronger than Beerus. So we'll put Goku, but by how much? That's another question entirely. Because I would imagine a God of Destruction would still give Jiren a really hard fight. Because we don't know by how much Jiren is stronger than Belmont. We don't know that. So ultimately, though, we get the tournament power. A lot of it goes down the same. Ultimately, though, Jiren and Goku will face off. And they will clash. Goku at full power, being the same power as Beerus. They even point out, like, my word, he's got the same power as Beerus himself. Beerus, he's like, when did he get that strong? He's like, seems you've been spending too much time laying about, my lord. It's like, damn, I need to get back in shape. It's kind of like the Grand Kai's like, that'll give me enough time to get back in shape. Been too much of a couch potato lately. Kind of Beerus' mentality. So they clash, and this time it's not just they're clashing, but it's Jiren now having to put in legitimate effort in struggling against how powerful Goku is. But he is still ultimately stronger than Goku. Like, again, we don't know the actual comparative power charts. I know someone in the comments is going to say, oh, it's this and this and this. Evidence, please. I need evidence. Because people always say, well, this is what the multiplier is on this. This is what the multiplier is on this. Okay, is that just you saying what a multiplier is, or is that you having evidence to back up that multiplier? You see how people can just say things, but it doesn't mean anything. So ultimately, these two clash. Eventually, Goku and Jiren, get into a final beam struggle with each other, and Goku was kind of overwhelmed by the power, but he's still kind of holding on to it. Now, in the original series, it was the Spirit Bomb that triggered the Genkidama, or that triggered the Ultra Instinct. But Goku doesn't know that, so here we have to make a little bit of an alteration. Pray not alter it further. And that is that Goku being engulfed in his own Kamehameha, as well as Jiren's attack, but still kind of resisting it, I would imagine. Ultimately triggers his Ultra Instinct, which again surpasses even his Blue Ultra Instinct, or his Super Saiyan God Blue, or Super Saiyan Blue form, and they clash again. This time Goku ultimately is stronger than Jiren, because if he was already close to Beerus, I keep saying Beerus, already close to Jiren in Blue, he'd be beyond Jiren. I think it's just Omen, and I think that does ultimately take Jiren out of the fight. But as soon as Goku takes Jiren out of the fight, knocks him out, Goku collapses on the ground. Fortunately, like Gohan or Piccolo would probably give him some energy, and he can walk around, he can recover, and ultimately it's Universe 7's win because they end up taking out everyone else in that tournament. Goku would frankly have no problem dealing with Kefla, Kale, Caulifla, or Kefla. He would not have, even tired, he probably wouldn't have a problem dealing with them. Onirazu would be difficult, but they would manage it, and then Goku would ultimately deal with Toppo, and they would win the tournament. They would be nice and wish the universe is back, and it's all good. The Broly movie, Goku frankly would be able to take out Broly, no problem. There's actually no reason Goku shouldn't be able to beat Broly in that movie. The Goku we've established in this timeline anyway. But that is the end of What If Goku could progress. What if Goku progressed like Frieza? Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Join us next Saturday, because that's when I'm now doing the What Ifs. Or the Sunday What Ifs got moved to Saturday. New schedule, trying that out. Join us Saturday when we start a brand new What If. Now, it'll either be Dragon Ball Z based or it'll be some other anime based, but it will not be Naruto based because I already have a Naruto one going on. Till then, though, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review at some point. Sorry, random hair. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Super Magic, What If, anything to the channel. Put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. Got a who would win to do, and I'm done for the day. Later, folks.